Hey, hey, we're back. And so today I have a wonderful guest with me. He's going to tell you everything you want to know about real estate. Everything, right?
I'll do my best, I promise.
This is Steven. Steven's like the super realtor here in Las Arenas. He's been here for, what'd you say, 5 years?
Living here 5 years full time,
Yeah.
selling real estate, and I bought a home here 12 years ago, and almost 13 actually, 2008. Yeah.
Yeah. And so I want to talk to Steven because a lot of you write to me and ask me about what it's like to purchase property, what's the process like, just all kinds of things. So I want to jump into it with Steven because you're going to hear from someone who's been doing this for a long time exactly what's involved. Okay?
Absolutely.
Ready, Steven? All right, cool. So my first question is, what is something you think buyers might be surprised to know or maybe aren't aware of when they come to the Dominican Republic? It doesn't have to be just Las Arenas, but the DR to purchase property. Anything you've noticed?
Some things that do come to mind is I know people who purchase and who live in different countries around the world that you're not a full owner. You don't own 100%.
Right.
Or there's all kinds of different schemes in different countries.
In some places,
yes.
yeah.
So here in the DR, we enjoy all the same benefits as a Dominican person. Like no difference with foreigners. We were 100% owners of our property.
Yep.
When we purchase, we have a title of our names on it, and it is ours.
Yeah, and you can pass it. It's inheritable,
Yeah, absolutely.
transferable.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're not going to like pull a fast one on you.
Not at all.
No. That's really good to know.
Yeah, important to know.
It is important to know. And so in terms of purchasing, the government, I know, has a lot of incentives for not just real estate purchasers, but for different types of investors. So for example, if you want to start a business here or you want to, I don't know, do different types of things, but specifically for real estate purchases, what are some of the incentives that you know about that would be helpful for people to know also?
Yeah, there are some very important ones that have that there are a lot more of recently. Even 5 years ago, there were very few projects that had this confortour law, it's called, which gives you
Confortour.
Confortour.
No, you
Hard
got
to
it.
pronounce.
No, it is, but just so you know.
So yeah, big tax incentives there. Projects that have that in place allows buyers to, you're completely exempt of what is a normal 3% transfer tax to transfer the title from previous name into yours. And there's no 1% yearly property tax for 15 years.
Amazing.
And if you rent your property, then there's no property rental income tax.
Exactly.
For 15 years.
You get free income, basically.
Yeah.
The government's not going to take it. At least this government. Now, your home government might have to do something with that. But
That's different.
yeah, but
Absolutely.
here, that's huge. Those are some of the three big ones. They're also...
Those are the three major ones.
Yeah, but also like there's no VAT tax, so if you want to import your favorite sofa or refrigerator or whatever, or light bulbs, anything, there's no tax on that. There's no customs or duties fees, correct?
That would depend if you're applying for residency here, and there's different ways to apply for residency. You could become from an investor's visa, you can invest more than a certain amount of money. If you're a retiree going through that route to get your visa, then you're allowed exemptions. For
Right.
example, I don't know all the details, I'm not going to lie to you, but we do know the people who knows everything. We
got
work
it
with the best
covered.
lawyers.
That's
We always
right.
have you in the best hands.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's super important to know because people now I think are kind of nervous with COVID. I mean, some people are like, you may have some cash or you may want to liquidate one asset somewhere and then, invest in another place. And so, there may be concern about whether or not this is a good investment. So, speaking of that, would you say that purchasing an investment property, maybe people want to live here 3 months, 6 months, part of the time, but then use it as an investment property after that. Do you think that's a wise decision?
Many people do that. Yeah, and it depends on the individual, on your individual circumstances. But yeah, that's very common.
Yeah.
Some of us live here full time. Let's call us the lucky ones.
Yeah.
And
He met a girl, so he stuck around. How long has it been now?
almost 8 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's very nice.
So yeah, that
Embarrass him a little bit.
that helps things move along quite quickly as well. But no, a lot of people do that. A lot of people live here seasonally, and if you want to make money with renting out your property, then it's absolutely possible. People who do it properly and have the right system in place and the right people in place, absolutely. Airbnb, Booking.com, that works really well here.
So is there anything, when you say do it properly or not, give us like an example of what would be helpful for someone, and then what people do who complain that they don't make any money. What's going on?
It depends how serious you are. Like making money is always, you have to have a serious attitude towards it. You have to put an effort into it. And if you do that and you have a nice property, property means a lot as well.
Yeah.
Depends where it's situated and asking prices of the rentals, and you have to be within the
be competitive.
market.
Competitive. You can't be greedy.
Absolutely.
Listen, I want to say that because right now, this whole COVID thing, there's some owners who are still kind of greedy when it comes to renting, and I'm surprised. I mean, I don't know. On the one hand, they want to get as much as they can get right now.
Yeah.
On the other hand, like, make it attractive, people.
Yeah. Airbnb has been big since COVID because many hotels are not open, and everybody must go to Airbnb or feel safer that way because it's a smaller property.
Or come to me.
Yeah.
Because I don't charge some Airbnb charges. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Selfless plug or shameless plug. Okay, yeah, so just take it seriously. Get some advice from someone like Steven as to what you need to do if you want to have an investment property. What are some steps to take? You know, maintenance of the property, things like that.
All that stuff,
Advertisement, right. So you can definitely make money. People are coming here right and left. I mean, I don't say we're fully booked, but you know, it's not super easy right now to find a villa for vacation. And it's kind of surprising because I think earlier in the year, a lot of us didn't know. We were like, well, what's going to happen at Christmas time, right? We didn't know people were going to show up, but people are coming here in droves still. So look at this. This could be you. This could be you.
This is what, mid-November?
It's at any given fall day, right? It's pretty nice. Okay, so Steven, a little bit more about you. So you're from where?
I'm from Nova Scotia, Canada.
Canada.
Yeah.
And did you spoke English when you came here?
I spoke English in a weird form of French, how you call it. So yeah, now my French has greatly improved because there are a lot of French expats here.
There are.
Actually, French expats.
Yeah.
And yeah, Spanish now has come a long way from zero to not fluent. It's a work in progress, but I can get by in any situation now, and it's definitely learnable.
There we go. Yeah.
It sounds daunting. It seems daunting at first when everything's foreign, but it's learnable. I'm living proof, definitely.
Yeah. There are a lot of people who ask about, you know, how can they get along if they don't speak Spanish? Can they learn it? Is it going to be a problem? And so Steven's an example of someone who didn't speak Spanish, but obviously is working and has a whole life here now. So it's something you can do.
Yeah.
However, we'll talk about financing a little bit. If you're looking to purchase a property, and you want to finance it, what's been your experience with people who want to finance here in this country or maybe their home country?
Most banks here in the Dominican Republic do offer financing for foreigners, but it seems that with a very low percent of success, honestly.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know. One big thing, obviously, if it's somebody just arriving to the country, their Spanish is very poor. So there's a big language barrier, oftentimes, between the buyer and the bank. Interest rates here are higher, anywhere from 5% to maybe into the teens, depending on the bank, depending on the terms.
A lot.
Yeah, and it's just different than in Canada for sure, and probably in the US. I don't know. But we've had a low success rate with banks here. But many people, if they have a property in their home country, in Canada, in the US, wherever it may be, that you can borrow money against that property and use the money to purchase here. That's super simple. There's no language barriers. Interest rates are generally much lower than they are here, and it's very simple that way.
Yep, I know people who have a home equity line of credit. You may just have some cash stash if you're a lucky one like that. But yeah, you definitely want to research financing options in your home country.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I would do that first, definitely. And if it's possible in your home country, that's the best way to go.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. And so obviously Dominican.
My opinion.
Yeah, but so there's no issue with getting financing and then bringing it to use on a foreign property. Like financing from the U.S. or from Canada is acceptable here. Right?
I don't know. Maybe different. Like I don't know everything. Like different banks, even different Canadian banks. Being Canadian, I don't know what all the banks' policies are. The U.S. is something different. That's not my country. But people do it, and they are successful in many cases. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think about people maybe who don't have a huge budget, especially if they have to take money out of one property, maybe they don't want to sell the house, but is there anything that, have you seen properties that are nice properties available for 200, 100, like a little maybe apartment for not so much?
Yeah,
What's
absolutely.
out there?
$200,000, you can buy beautiful apartments now. Brand new. Las Arenas is booming. I mean,
Yeah,
we know this, but Las Arenas is booming right now.
Yep.
With literally hundreds and hundreds of apartment units being built as we speak right
Yep.
now. Lots to choose from. I mean, a 2 budget in the brand new ones, I think the least expensive are right around $100,000, and they may be sold out.
The
Obviously.
2-bedroom, you're saying?
Yeah.
100.
For
Yeah.
two-
Because people are grabbing those. Like
Absolutely.
it's
They
like
don't-
low-hanging fruit.
They're exactly. I mean, they're sold before the buildings are even half built.
Yeah. They have a lot of incentives, right?
Yeah.
Buying incentives, and the Confortour law we were talking about with all those incentives are also there.
Exactly.
So-
And then moving up from 100 to 200,000, and there's a lot of options for 2-bedroom apartments. If you have a $200,000 budget, yeah, you're buying something nice.
Yeah. And same thing with a villa, or is it just an apartment?
Villas are more expensive, and there aren't too many like residences here of big planned communities with villas. There are a few here and there, but mostly it's smaller residences that are still within a condo, but maybe there's anywhere from 5 to 10 homes in that complex. So. And even then, the cheapest ones, I right now at the moment, you're even still getting. I can think of some that are in the 239, 260. Those are the cheapest ones I can think of at the moment. So you're over 200,000.
Yeah. But it's possible. And obviously, if you want to be closer to town, like any place, you pay more based on your location. But if you're willing to go farther out, and you don't have to be like 2 hours away,
No,
but a little bit farther out, you can get some great deals, especially if you're willing to live more like with the local people. A lot of people are afraid, and it's like, no, you can have a great life and wonderful property and lots of land, just being a little bit more outside of the main center of town.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, beachfront is the most expensive, and there's only one first line of beachfront, so that's the most expensive land. That's what everybody would like to have. So yeah, that's why it's the most expensive. But as you move back, and you don't even have to be that far. 3 minutes walking makes all the difference from $1 million to $250,000.
And don't overlook the hills. The hills are beautiful.
Those are awesome.
You get the view, the fewer mosquitoes,
I think that's
less
something.
expensive. Motos.
You get a lot of. I think a lot of people don't realize how attractive the hills are for many reasons. You never have to worry about flooding.
Right.
I mean, it doesn't flood here, but you certainly don't have to worry about a flood in the hills. You always get the beautiful afternoon breeze.
Yep.
Nothing blocking you from enjoying that. Much less mosquitoes.
Definitely.
Almost none up in the hills.
I'm a hill dweller, and I love it.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah, I live down near the beach, and I mean, there's mosquitoes. It's a tropical island. There's mosquitoes basically everywhere.
Right. The moisture.
Yeah, obviously we're not getting bitten alive. I don't want to.
No, I mean it's it's okay, but there's just some things to think about, and to be
Much less in the
flexible. You may come, you decide I want to live right on the beach, and I want this and I want that, but let's say you come to Stephen and you want him to show you around. He might say, well, I have a suggestion about some place that's a little, not right on the beach, but consider this. So just stay flexible with that.
That's something too. Many people come here with this is exactly what we want, and they have it in front of you, and this is what we want. And maybe in some cases we don't have a lot available of what they want, so I'll show them different things in their price range, like completely different things sometimes. And some are like, no, that's not.
Yeah.
And some are like, wow, I never imagined this would. This is awesome. Yes, this is what I want.
Exactly.
And it's not at all what they came here in their mind.
So I met Stephen because when the first time I came here, it was 2016. Wow.
Yeah.
I feel like I've known you so long
I
now.
know.
He took me on the back of his motorcycle and showed me around town a bunch of different properties, and it was exactly that. It was one or two like standalone homes. No, one is a standalone, the one in Coson. So cute with a little like bungalow in the back, pool. And we saw one like in a community here in town.
Yeah.
Another little like when we say residencia, it means like a community of villas or apartments or whatever. They call them residencias here.
Yep.
So we saw one like that, and then we saw an apartment that was gorgeous.
Yes.
Montserrat and just being built. Yep. Like a 3-bedroom, 3-bath, 3.5 bath, high ceiling. So, and all within the same price range, and they were just completely different, but each one really unique and lovely. So do stay open and stay flexible.
Yeah, definitely.
Stephen mentioned they may not have something that you're interested in, but let me tell you something. They have so many listings. So if you come to me, I'm going to most likely push you over to Stephen because what they have available, and not just in Las Terrenas. It's like if you're interested in Sosua, or you're interested in Puerto Plata or Punta Cana or whatever.
Yeah.
There's just they kind of have the island on lock. So just saying. Okay.
We know people everywhere.
They do.
Yeah.
They do. I want to ask you too because people often wonder about, well, should I get a standalone villa or should I do like a residencia? What would you say are, I think I heard you say one time that there's some perception that being in a condo community or like a villa community is preferable in terms of resale or value? Something about that?
That kind of comes into play sometimes if you are looking for bank financing here.
Okay.
They'll be more likely to lend you money if it's within a residence.
Okay.
Because it's easier for them. Say you don't fulfill your commitments to the bank and the bank repossesses, and then it's easier for them. It's within a community. They just pay a condo fee and everything's taken care of.
Right.
It's in a secure location.
Right.
So that's something to keep in mind if you do want to try to go through Dominican banks.
Yeah, and also just for maintenance on if you do want to just be here part of the year, being in a community means you just pay your monthly rate, which is usually $100-200 in that ballpark for the HOA fee, basically. And you know that your grass is going to be taken care of. There's going to be fumigation, for example. There's going to be pool service, things like that. So.
Yeah, there's advantages. There's advantages in both, and it depends very much on the individual.
Right.
I mean, we're all different, and we all have different wants and needs and likes.
Families,
and dislikes.
singles, retahirees.
Yeah.
Any thoughts about retirees?
Well, retirees. Yeah, God, who? No,
What better place?
It doesn't
Start now.
To me,
I started early.
It doesn't matter the age. Exactly. Me too. I was 35 years old when I bought my house here,
Wow.
and yeah. God, every age, from whenever you can, or whenever not, and it's not so much whenever you can. I think a lot of people can, but a lot of fear holds people back, and different reasons that they don't dare to try something different. And you know, I'm one that I firmly believe, and you read it a lot, and I see it a lot, that many older people, when they're getting toward the end of their lives, their regrets are not what they did; it's what they didn't do.
Absolutely.
This is true.
Absolutely.
And I haven't done everything I wanted to do, and there's still some regrets I have.
Right.
But yeah, no, that's something.
This makes you feel a little bit better though for not doing some of those things. It's like, well, at least I made it to a cool spot. So, all right, Stephen. Well, I think we covered some good ground here today. Anything you're thinking about that maybe we should share with the people?
Well, especially now, like mid-November, summer doesn't have to be a 2-month season. I wore pants yesterday for the first time in since like April. Yeah, probably 6 months.
Just tell them to put some pants on today for this video. Like, please come
I'm wearing
with some
long
pants. Please.
I wear shorts every day, and I don't need to wear pants now. Yeah, definitely not, but I can tolerate it.
Now we can officially put sex in the title because Stephen is the no pants man.
No pants from
no
April to
pants
November.
Stephen. When you want that realtor, I'm going to put his information in the description box. I'll share it with you. It's called Las Terrenas Life. Yes?
Yes, real estate solutions.
There we go. And so if you talk to me, you can talk to Stephen. It's all good. Raindrops are falling on our head, just like the song. So I think that means it's time to go. Hope you guys enjoyed it, got some good information. Any further questions, you know where to find me. Put you in touch with Stephen. There you go.
We're always here to help.
Do it. Mwah. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Lots of love.